G'day guys and gals, back again. BH-6 finally got through it. Now, the strategy I'm going to be using is going to be more or less hinging on the drones that we drop. Unfortunately, some are useless and some are useful, so hard to pick and choose with them. So let's get into it. It's also all about building a very decent maze. So first off, we've got two 2-block vanguards. The higher the damage, the better, but definitely 2 blocks. 2 healers. So I have Gavial, who is a tanky healer, and I have Suzerain as well. Now you can use a 1 AoE and 1 regular, but I'm using 2 regulars. You need 2 snipers. So Jessica, I'm using Jessica first skill and Vermeil second skill. 2 tanks, 1 self-healer because they'll be alone. And just another one that you can drop in case of emergencies. An AoE arts sniper, so Shirayuki is what that narrows it down to. You could probably get away with using Meteorite with her first skill. A good AoE arts caster. So I'm using Gitano with skill 2. And a good single target arts dealer. So I'm using Haze with skill 2 as well. The fast redeploy is just a holdover in this group. I'm just keeping her around in case of emergencies. So, as I said, this is really just about building a maze that sort of sits and stays in one spot, and you kind of let the maze do the work for you. So we're going to drop in our vanguards first, so here and here. And then we're going to start off with our maze, so the first block is going to be there where it recommends. And then we are going to plop in our snipers. So our first sniper is going to be here. And our second sniper, when I get the deployment points, is going to be right here. So now we're going to go back on and continue on with our maze. So I'm going to put another block here. Our first Maizko coil. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but another roadblock here, and we're just making a big S-bend. Second one here. Another roadblock there. And our last roadblock is going to be right here. So from here, we don't have to worry about healers for a little while. So we're just basically deploying all of our damage dealers in. So our AoE sniper just here. Another coil here. Another coil here. Gitano in. Shirayuki skill. And now we're going to start popping our healers in. So I'm just going to use Vermeil's skill here just to try and delay things as much as I can. Or hold them off, I should say. So, Gavial here. And then we are going to drop in Haze. I'm just going to wait for my vanguards to get a few more deployment points. So I'm going to pull out Courier first. And I'm going to put Haze here. I'm gonna use Katano's skill because I am losing that fight, and then I'm gonna drop in Gummy right here. So now I'm just waiting until this drone gets into Vermeil's area of attack. And when it does, I'm going to use her skill. Haze's skill. And I'm not too sure if these drones are the ones that have more of our coils in them. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. Now, obviously, Gitano's stun at the end of her skill is not super ideal. So if you've got a better AoE art stealer than Gitano, use them. Skyfire, for example, does fantastic work on this map, so... Now I'm just going to start dropping in more coils. Skills, coil, and as you see we have one last coil. So I'm just going to deploy that one just here. So that will help sort this out, and Gummy will be absolutely fine. From here it's really just a damage fight. As I said, you've got to really rely on your maze to do the damage here, which it does. This should be it, but as you see, there's no real issues. If there is, we just use a healer skill and that'll get us through. Gitano, unfortunately, will not cycle a second skill. That's why I say if you've got a better AoE art stealer, use them. She may get it, but nothing will be in her range. Vermeil's skill, Shiryuki skill, Katana's skill. And away we go. Now obviously the tanks are just in there as an emergency backup, so you may not need them, you may need them. Depends on how much damage your operators are putting out, so play that one by ear. If you need a tank, use the tank. If you don't need a tank, then pop in another DPS somewhere, and all will be good. Hope that helps, guys. The only thing I can really think of, just as a food for thought, is maybe if you need more damage and less tanks, then probably just drop Ethan in the middle so he can bind them and do more damage. Hope that helps, guys. If it does, please like, please subscribe, and feel welcome to check out my Twitch.